In this video, I'll update you on all the major travel changes coming in 2025. From Europe's new entry rules to updated TSA guidelines, let's dive in and ensure your next trip is as smooth as possible. First up, if you're heading to the UK, starting January 8th, 2025, travelers from visa-exempt countries, including my friends in the US and Canada, will need an electronic travel authorization, ETA, before visiting. You can apply for the UK's ETA and Europe's EDAS online or even through a mobile app. The fee? Just £10 for the ETA and a mere €7 for the EDS. Once approved, your ETA is valid for 2 years, and you can make multiple trips within that period for tourism, business, or even short-term study. Similarly, the ETIAS is valid for 3 years or until your passport expires, whichever comes first, and it lets you visit for up to 90 days in any 180 days. Now, if you're planning to visit Europe's Schengen area, think Paris, Rome, or Barcelona, you'll need something called ETIAS, which is set to launch in May 2025. This is essentially a pre-travel authorization for people from visa-exempt countries like the US. Here's how it works. You fill out an online form, pay a €7 fee, and you're good to go. ETIAS is valid for 3 years, or until your passport expires, whichever comes first. It lets you visit for up to 90 days in any 180 days. Quick tip: don't wait until the last minute to apply. Although approvals are typically fast, delays can happen, especially if millions of travelers are rushing to apply at once. Think of it like this. The UK is doing its own thing with ETA, while the rest of Europe has ETIAS. They don't share systems, so you'll need to handle each one individually. Staying ahead of these changes will save you time, stress, and potential travel disruptions. Another critical update for traveling to the Schengen area in 2025 is the European Union's Entry/Exit System, EES. This system will change how travelers are tracked when entering and leaving Schengen countries. Don't worry, this isn't about Big Brother watching you. It's about modernizing and streamlining border controls. The Entry-Exit System, EES, is a new digital system that replaces the old-school passport stamping process in the Schengen area. Instead of manually stamping your passport, the EES will electronically record your entries and exits, making the process faster and more secure. When you arrive at a Schengen border, your fingerprints will be scanned, and your photo will be taken at an automated kiosk or by a border officer. Your passport will be digitally linked to the system, tracking the number of days spent in the Schengen area. This matters because visitors can only stay in Schengen countries for up to 90 days within 180 days. The EES will calculate this automatically, so there's no more guessing or accidental overstays that could land you in hot water. We've covered the updates for international travel, but let's not forget about changes that will impact millions of travelers flying within the United States. Yes, I'm talking about the Real ID deadline. And this time, it's happening. After years of delays, the Real ID requirement is officially going into effect on May 7th, 2025. If you're flying domestically, you'll need a Real ID compliant license. How to check? Look for the star. A star in the top right corner of your driver's license means you're compliant. No star. Update your ID or use a passport, military ID, or another accepted form. How to get your Real ID. Gather documents, proof of identity, social security number, and 2 residency documents. Schedule a DMV appointment early. Slots will fill fast. Pay the fee, usually $25 to $40. If you don't have a Real ID by May 7th, 2025, don't panic. You can still board domestic flights with an alternative form of ID, like a valid passport or global entry card. However, it's important to note that without a Real ID, you may experience longer security checks and potential delays, so it's best to get one as soon as possible. Let's move on to another key travel update for 2025. Starting January 1st, 2025, European nationals visiting Tunisia on organized tourist trips will need a passport valid for at least 3 months. This replaces the previous rule that allowed travel with just a national ID. If you're planning a guided group tour to Tunisia, double-check your passport's validity well before your trip. While 3 months might seem like a short window, remember that some countries enforce stricter rules at entry points, and this change could lead to hiccups if overlooked. Pro tip: always aim for a passport with a validity period of at least 6 months, as many destinations beyond Tunisia follow this standard. This ensures you're prepared for unexpected changes or extensions to your trip. As Tunisia updates its entry requirements for European travelers, Namibia is also making a significant shift in its visa policy that will impact travelers worldwide. Starting April 1st, 2025, Namibia will require visitor visas from 31 countries, including France, Belgium, Canada, and the United States. This marks the end of these nations' previous visa-free entry policy, signaling a shift toward more regulated tourism and travel processes. Here's what travelers need to prepare. Apply in advance. Namibia's visa application process will require travelers to apply online or at Namibian embassies/consulates. Processing times may vary, so early planning is key. Expected costs. While exact fees haven't been announced for all countries, visa fees are typically around $50 to $100, depending on the type and duration of the visa. The new policy might seem inconvenient for frequent travelers to Namibia, but it's a step towards more regulated and sustainable tourism. By requiring visas, Namibia aims to better manage visitor numbers and ensure a high-quality travel experience. Preparing ahead will minimize disruptions and help you make the most of your trip to this beautiful country. As we shift focus from Africa's updated visa requirements, let's head to Asia, where several exciting changes are making travel smoother, or at least more streamlined for international visitors. China is making it easier for short-term visitors by expanding its 144-hour visa-free transit policy, now available in more cities including Qingdao and Xiamen. Travelers can enjoy up to 10 days of exploration without needing a full visa. This policy applies to international travelers transiting through China on their way to a third country. It's perfect for a quick stopover. Whether you want to explore Qingdao's famous beer culture or soak up the coastal charm of Xiamen, let's head to Japan, where innovation makes airport arrivals faster and smarter than ever. Upon arrival, travelers will pre-register their fingerprints and facial data either online or at kiosks. The system will verify your identity at entry points, offering a seamless experience. Japan's tech-savvy entry process sets the bar high, but India isn't far behind with its travel upgrade. India has significantly expanded its e-visa program to include travelers from 43 additional countries, making it easier than ever for tourists and business visitors to apply. Key benefits of the e-visa include simple online application, no embassy visits, just apply online from the comfort of your home. Quick processing. Most applications are approved within 72 hours. This update brings the total number of eligible countries to over 160, showcasing India's commitment to boosting international tourism. Whether you're planning to marvel at the Taj Mahal or close a business deal in Bengaluru, this update ensures a smoother start to your journey. As Asia ushers in streamlined travel systems, let's pivot to updates from Europe, the Americas, and Africa, where travel policies and infrastructure are evolving rapidly. France has taken a bold step to curb emissions by banning short-haul domestic flights on routes where train travel is a viable alternative under 2.5 hours. What does this mean for travelers? If you're heading between cities like Paris and Lyon, you'll now need to hop on a high-speed train instead of booking a short flight. Luckily, France's rail network is one of the best in the world, offering fast, comfortable, and scenic travel options. When visiting popular European cities like Venice or Barcelona, be prepared for increased tourist taxes. These fees, which are added to accommodation costs or entry tickets, aim to manage over-tourism and preserve historic sites. For example, Venice now charges a daily fee of up to €10 for day trippers. Barcelona's tourist tax includes an additional surcharge for cruise passengers. As Europe addresses sustainability and over-tourism, the Americas focus on technology-driven solutions to make travel more efficient. Let's see how these updates could simplify your journey. Canada is testing a digital pre-clearance system at major airports to streamline customs and immigration. Travelers are encouraged to fill out customs forms online before arrival, reducing wait times at the airport. How it works. Complete the digital form via the ArriveCan app or an online portal. Upon landing, scan your QR code at designated kiosks for a faster entry process. This system speeds up your arrival and ensures a smoother experience for frequent flyers. US TSA PreCheck expansion, faster security for more travelers. Great news for international travelers. The TSA PreCheck program has expanded to include citizens from several additional countries. Benefits of TSA PreCheck. Skip long security lines. No need to remove shoes, laptops, or liquids during screening. Valid for domestic and international flights departing the U.S. Applying is easy if you're eligible. A 5-year membership costs $78, but the time saved at security is worth every penny. Mexico has introduced automated immigration kiosks in major tourist hubs like Cancun and Mexico City. These kiosks aim to reduce wait times and streamline the arrival process for international visitors. Simply scan your passport and follow the prompts at the kiosk. It's quick, efficient, and perfect for travelers looking to hit the beach or explore the city as soon as they land. As North America adopts faster, tech-driven travel solutions, Africa focuses on a mix of security enhancements and sustainable tourism initiatives. South Africa has implemented a biometric entry system at major airports, requiring travelers to scan fingerprints and facial data upon arrival. This system enhances security while speeding up the immigration process. If you're flying into Johannesburg or Cape Town, expect a quicker and more seamless experience. Have your passport ready, and the system will do the rest. Ecotourism fees. Protecting Africa's wildlife. Popular safari destinations like Kenya and Tanzania have introduced ecotourism fees to support conservation efforts. These small charges, added to park entry fees, directly fund wildlife protection and habitat preservation. Example, a visit to the Masai Mara or Serengeti might now include an additional $10 to $20 daily fee. While this slightly increases costs, it's a worthy contribution to preserving the natural wonders you're there to experience. As global destinations update their travel policies, airlines invest in new technology to make flying faster and more convenient. Major airlines like Lufthansa and Delta are rolling out biometric boarding gates at airports worldwide. Instead of fumbling with boarding passes, travelers can now use facial recognition to verify their identity. Here is how it works. Your face is linked to your travel documents and ticket. Simply step up to the gate, and the system verifies you in seconds. No paper or phone required. This speeds up boarding and reduces physical contact, a big plus in today's travel landscape. Now, if you're planning your next trip, make sure you're packing smart. Click on the top right corner to watch our video on what not to pack, TSA's ultimate checked luggage rules, and avoid any surprises at the airport. See you in the next video. If this video got you travel ready, hit like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss more travel tips and updates. See you next time. Safe travels.